Even though I'm like really excited to spend time with you, I get nervous before I get on the mic. Welcome to Mother-Daughter Connections, the show dedicated to educating, encouraging, and equipping moms to build lasting, meaningful connections with their daughters. I'm your host and mother-daughter relationship personal trainer, Dr. Michelle Deering. My heart is to be of help to you. I believe that your relationship with your mom is the foundation for your future success, personally, parentally, and professionally. Now remember, even though I'm a licensed psychologist, I'm not your shrink on this show. I am, however, here to share my opinions and those of my guests. If you have concerns about your mental health, please seek services from a mental health provider in your local area. Now join me as we pause to consider today's topic. This motherhood journey is a marathon, not a sprint. And the terrain of motherhood has many ups and downs and rough and smooth places. Now, I've been thinking about how the best marathoners have succeeded in their races because they've gotten personalized input from a coach or a trainer who's been there and done that using proven, researched methods. So, for motherhood, why not follow their example? If you're a newbie mom or a mom in the trenches or even a seasoned mom in the marathon that is motherhood, working with a coach or a personal trainer who's been there and done that well will not only prepare you for the terrain ahead, but it'll also help you do what you need to do now to be the best mom you can be for your daughter. That's why I'm offering you my Motherhood Mastery Mentoring Program, drawing upon my sports psychology training to address having an optimal mom mindset. The Motherhood Mastery Mentoring Program is designed to give you personalized and practical tools, strategies, research, evidence-based approaches that will help you connect confidently with your daughter instead of contributing to conflict. Hear and be heard by your daughter instead of having heartache, and communicate more clearly instead of constantly circling around issues. So, if you're tired of tensions, or you're wanting to be prepared for the next stages, or you're committed to continuous improvement, or you're just longing for change in your mother-daughter relationship, then apply today. I'm opening up just 7 slots for new mentees. So grab your spot by going to bit.ly/motherhood mentor. That's bit.ly/motherhood mentor. The small application fee will be deducted from the cost of the program. Again, that's bit.ly/motherhood mentor. I look forward to working with you. Now, let's hop into today's episode. Well, hi there and welcome. I am so excited that you are here with me today. I'm former math teacher. I love stats and numbers and stuff, but sometimes I don't like statistics a lot, especially when it comes to just categorizing things and people and stuff like that. But one of the things that I cannot deny is that when numbers show a trend, you might have to just pay attention to what's going on. And it's a known fact that the trend, at least with regards to mental health issues around depression and anxiety, is that the statistics show that the risk amongst women, and in particular our young girls, has continued to be on the increase. And I want to address some of that today with you, but I want to address this just a little bit differently. You see, I've been hearing from moms about their concerns regarding their daughters, and a lot of moms have been telling me that their daughters have social anxiety. And I want to take some time to just delve into it just a little bit about how you can actually help your daughter deal with social anxiety. But before we jump into that, though, I think it's important, and I'm a wordsmith, it's very important to kind of just get our bearings and define what anxiety is and is not. Now, according to the American Psychological Association, they define anxiety as an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worrisome thoughts, and physical changes. That's what anxiety is. It's an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worrisome thoughts, and physical changes. That's anxiety as a noun, and it's something that you feel emotionally and physically. Now, as an adjective, a descriptive word, when someone is anxious, that's describing the state that they are in for that moment or period of time. Another word that we usually use for that is they feel nervous. Now, there's a reason why I'm making that distinction. The reason is because a lot of times people assume that just because someone is anxious or nervous, that means that they have anxiety, like they own it, and that this is an ingrained part of their being. And I really just want to put that to rest, that feeling anxious does not mean that you have anxiety. All it means is that you're experiencing anxious feelings at that moment in time. And like any feelings, anxious feelings are neither good nor bad. They just are what they are, an indication of something going on inside of you. Now, there's a difference, though, between anxious feelings that you experience and clinical anxiety, which is being clinically diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. Now, experiencing anxious feelings is not the same as experiencing clinical anxiety. Clinical anxiety exists when you have anxious feelings that persist beyond the moment in time that they're happening, and they pervade every single aspect of your life in a way that kind of hinders you from living freely. Clinical anxiety can occur not only from the way your thoughts are organized around what you're perceiving as threatening or what is producing worry or apprehension. Clinical anxiety can also occur from biological or medical conditions, as well as environmental or situational things, scenarios like social situations. And that's what brings me now to kind of talking about, social anxiety and social situations. Okay, there's a difference between feeling anxious in social situations versus being diagnosed with social anxiety. Everyone feels nervous at some point in time in their life, all right? You feel nervous. I feel nervous. Believe it or not, sometimes, even though I'm like really excited to spend time with you, I get nervous before I get on the mic, okay? Because I want to see your faces and I want to hear how you're responding and see how you're responding to the stuff that we're sharing and talking about. So, everyone gets anxious. And then once I get behind the mic, then I'm totally fine. But, it's those early jitters that you get on the first day of a new job, or say you're starting a new school, or you're asked to give a talk in front of people. Your teacher calls on you in class and you didn't do the assignment the night before, right? Those are things that would make anyone feel nervous. And what happens physically are things like, maybe your face feels flush, or your mind starts racing on all the possible bad outcomes, or you feel your heart rate increase and your blood pressure increases, or maybe you get sweaty palms, or maybe you start to feel a little lightheaded and dizzy, right? Those are all things that happen when you feel anxious in a social situation. However, once the moment passes, then you kind of just, get back to your normal cadence and way of doing things. However, when someone experiences social anxiety, they are fearful of experiencing embarrassment or being judged or negatively evaluated or having their social status kind of upended or negatively affected, right? These feelings persist even after the situation has passed, and it consumes their very existence. That is the difference between experiencing anxious feelings in social situations and being diagnosed with clinical anxiety. So, as her mom, what can you do to help your daughter deal with social anxiety? Well, I believe that there are 3 things that your daughter needs from you as her mom to start helping her deal with social anxiety. The first is that you, as her mom, need to know the difference between a feeling state, meaning anxious or nervous, and a clinical diagnosis. And if you need help with that, definitely send me an email at dr.deering@curativeconnections.com. I'd be happy to be of help to you. The second thing that your daughter needs from you is she needs you to not quickly slap a label on her saying that she has social anxiety or has anxiety when she may just be experiencing anxious feelings. Don't slap labels on your daughter, okay? Just at least be quick to pause, to consider the body of her behavior and take a look at it and see what's going on. And the third thing your daughter needs from you is for you to take stock of your own feeling experiences when it comes to social situations. Just making sure that you're not assuming some things about her or projecting your own stuff on her. Or I like to say projecting your own stuff on her. All right? And once you've got a handle on those three things, then you can start to really be of help to your daughter dealing with social anxiety. Now, if you're unsure about how to help your daughter address or navigate the social landscape, or you feel like you just need answers and would love to have me come alongside you personally for your specific situation, I have a few slots left in my Motherhood Mastery Mentoring program, and I would love to have you join me. Just go to the URL bit.ly/motherhood mentor. That's bit.ly/motherhood mentor. And I look forward to working with you. Now, next week, I want to spend some time addressing your daughter specifically. So make sure you tune in so you can hear what it is I have to share, and then you can share the link with her. Until next time, be encouraged. Healthy mother-daughter relationships are possible. They just take one curative connection at a time. I'll see you next week. You've been listening to Mother-Daughter Connections with me, your host and mother-daughter relationship personal trainer, Dr. Michelle Deering. Thanks so much for joining me today. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Share this episode with a friend so they don't miss an episode. And download the resource in the show notes. Until next time, remember to pause to consider how you can connect intentionally so you can improve relationally with your daughter.